Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. The usual, if you like the channel, you'd like to see it grow, please like and subscribe. Really does help the channel a lot. Also up in the corner is a link to my the channel's Facebook page, which shows my university work and watches I'm servicing and just things like that. Sometimes little updates on videos as well, and you can always contact me on that. So anyway, look what we have today. We have the new Oris Artelier S model. Now, you always think of Oris, and well, I always do, and you think of their kind of rugged pilot diver watches. Well, they also make dress watches, and this is one of them. This, I think, is a really kind of, I don't want to say simple, it's a very elegant design, let's say. I really like it. But before I get started into this review, I've got to say a big thank you to Ryan and the team over at Francis Gaye of Coventry for allowing me to review this watch. Superstars, well worth popping in, checking them out. They've got loads of stock. Now, this, as I say, is supposed to be a new release for 2023. But if you cast your memory back, they did a limited edition. I remember back in 2012, I think it was, called the John, for the jazz musician, John Coltrane, I think it was. And it had exactly this case and the leather strap. And to be fair, the dial was all black, but it did have battens on there and a date window, where this one doesn't. But it is so similar. But just, I'll drop a picture in so you can see, what I mean by that. But anyway, this is still a very, very nice looking watch. Being a dress watch, it's 38 millimeters. The thickness is 11.2 millimeters, and the lug to lug is 44. The strap size on this is a 20 mil width. But the dial, I would say the dial is where it all, is the whole thing with this. But let's face it, there's not really a lot to look at there. It is simply a very well executed black dial. It just looks superb. Is it too simple? Well, I'll leave that for you guys to comment about. But personally, I do quite like it. I think it's really nice. It's got this kind of texture to it. When you look up really close and you see it in the in like really strong light, you can see there's an actual texture to the dial. But it's just a very simple, elegant watch. It's one of these. It kind of, I don't know, it feels so much better on the wrist because you've got this really nice strap, and it just feels really lovely on the wrist, I think, anyway. We have these nice polished hands here. They do have lume. There is tiny specks of lume on the dial, but being that there's not a lot of it, it doesn't glow for very long. But obviously, this is a dress watch and not something we're looking for. It's not a lume junkie watch by any stretch of the imagination. I do like what they've done with a second hand here. They haven't got a counterweight on the back, but they've weighed it up kind of a bit more at the front there. It is quite nice how they've done it. And they've just left a very simple Oris script up there with the Made in Switzerland at the bottom. Overall, I just think it's nicely done. It's hard to quantify in words. It's one of these, when you get it in your hands, it just feels right, if you know what I mean. So anyway, as we come past that, we have this amazing sapphire crystal. And it is a really kind of fantastic kind of shape to it there. It just has such a dome on it. It's incredible. It almost reminds me of their 65 Diver, the original first gem, which had a similar kind of sapphire crystal on top. It gives it kind of, if it weren't for that crystal, my God, this watch would be slim. But there again, it probably allows for the hand stack on there. But it just looks superb, I think. Now, as we come past that, we've got a very simple but well executed case. The case is very, very slim. It gives it, because when you look at a side of a watch and you just read this very slim case, you do get the impression it's slimmer than it actually is, because it hides any of the bulk behind, or in this case also the sapphire crystal up front. So even though it is an 11mm watch, when you look at the side, you think it actually looks a lot smaller than that. So anyway, I personally do like it. The crown on the side is signed. Now, it isn't a screw down crown, so you can wind the watch like so. It does have water resistance, but literally it's only 30 meters, so not the kind of watch you want to get, you don't want to get wet in any way, shape or form, because contrary to belief, that doesn't mean it can go 30 meters underwater. I know, it's a strange system, but there you go. Also, being it's got a leather band, not something you want to get wet anyway. As we come round to the back of the watch, we have the tried and trusted, I can't remember what caliber they call it now, 557 or something like that, but it's actually a Sellita SW200. Now, it's a solid movement. All they do, they decorate it on the back with their Red Rotor there, and it does look good. I think it does look kind of a solid workhorse of a movement. I did put it on the time grapher, and it was pulling, I think, minus 0.5 of a second in the position I had it. Even the beat rate was absolutely spot on, so it has been regulated really well. So at least this one has anyway. So as we come past that, I should also point out it's got 26 joules and what would it be, minimal of 38 hours. Some people do put the Sellita SW200 as being 42 hours, and that is true, but obviously your timekeeping when you get to the last sort of like remnants of power won't be as clean as earlier on, because you've got a torque curve going on. But anyway, if it's on your wrist, it doesn't matter. So the actual leather band on this watch is beautiful. Honestly, it is so silky smooth. It's got a real nice texture to it. I prefer this than what you might find sometimes on a dress watch, like a crocodile strap or whatever. This feels really, really nice. And it's got like this, it feels like almost like a velvet, like a suede on the inside. And it feels amazing. The clasp, machined out, single fold over. I've left the stickers on there. And a 2-button release there with Oris on that. It's a little bit stiff at the moment because I think we've got plastic under here. But overall, it's just a simple, nice watch. Let me put it on my wrist so you get an idea how it looks. A quick wrist check. I'm wearing actually a similar size to that, the Nomos Club Sport, with a sailcloth. I can't even say a word now. Sailcloth strap from Artelier. Great strap, works really well with this, so no problem there. And Bob, what you got on there, sir? The new Zodiac ceramic watch. Now that's quite nice. That's going to be reviewed soon as well. So my wrist size is 7¼ inches. So you get an idea how it looks. And I think it's one of these watches. You look at it and you almost, it doesn't really scream at you, but when you got it on the wrist, honestly, it just feels so comfortable. Sits nice and low on the wrist. I personally quite like it. I should also point out it is also available in green, but I think with this one, the black is where it's at. So anyway, all the best, guys, and any comments, leave them in the description below. Leave them in the comments below, and I'll get back to you. Anyway, most importantly, stay safe out there. Take care. Bye.